Hey, Justice Warriors. How is it going this morning? It is Monday, November 21st at exactly 9 a.m. that I'm making this recording. And I just have to say, I have missed my peeps. I again tried to take the weekend off, did pretty good. I did a short video on Saturday, um, a very, very sombering video. And then I was on Squirrels on Fire panel last night for a bit, a couple of times. So, yeah, that's me taking the weekend off, right? My goodness, there's just so much to cover, and I am so committed to staying focused on Ms. Kiely Rodni. We are going to find justice for this girl. You, me, us, somebody. We're going to get justice for her. And on Friday, I think it was, I went over a list of close to 30 similarities between Kylie's case and Trinity Backus's case. And I came up with a couple more after that. So if you have thought of any yourselves and want to put them in the comments or email them to me, that's always appreciated. I just want to put this out there that these two cases could be as simple as accidental drug overdoses covered up by the people involved and covered up by law enforcement to protect the cartels. It could be that simple. They could have died of the same drug that killed Jules Marie Wolfe. Now, Jules Marie Wolfe is not a name that we hear very often, and thank you for Kenny with True Crime, I think is the name of his channel. He's awesome. He's over there in the UK and he just started his own channel a couple months ago. And I had known that her name was Jules, but I hadn't put it all together. So Jules Marie Wolfe was the person who uh, Nate Kabakunga, if I'm saying his name right, he was arrested 4 days after Kylie went missing in relationship to the fentanyl overdose that this 15-year-old girl died from. And he'd also was charged with lewd and lascivious acts against her. I don't know if that was while she was dying or after she was dead. Before, I mean, hopefully before, but just absolutely disgusting, absolutely sick. Um, so, we've got four. We've got four young women in Nevada County going back a year ago with Paisley Woodard, McConan Woodard. I finally got it. Paisley McConan Woodard. So that was a year ago on August 30th. And why would Trinity's mother, Andrea Stanio, say that Trinity was given the drugs from Paisley's sister? I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand just the whole fuckery with Nevada County and the cover ups. Obvious cover ups, okay? You couldn't be more obvious. You're like not even doing a good job of covering up your cover up. So I guess for that we can thank them. But I also wanted to follow up on Friday. I had mentioned about the location. I was questioning the location of where Paisley was hit by the car when she was out skateboarding with Frances Fowler. And she died on Alta Street near Dolores. I think that was in Grass Valley, right south of Nevada City. And, you know, super, super sad. So the word on the street is that she was high on ecstasy with Francis when that happened. And then exactly 12 months and 10 days later, his new girlfriend that looks exactly like the deceased girlfriend disappears and then is found 2 days later deceased under extremely suspicious circumstances. the whole story, or story, shall I say, is ridiculous. I mean, there's so many versions of what happened on the day that Trinity um, had the ending of her life happen to her when she was 16 at her aunt's house, her fake aunt, and the people that were involved and the situation that was involved, and none of it adds up, and it keeps changing, and it's just ridiculous. You know, Trinity could well have been roofied. Kiely could well have been roofied. Jules Marie Wolfe, it sounds like, was roofied, but I'm not sure. The fentanyl that she died of, I believe, was a Percocet. So I don't know if there was the roofie drug involved too, the date rape drug. But it's quite possible. It's quite possible that that's something with each of them or with all of them. So I wanted to ask the minds of the whole, all of the people putting our minds together, crowdsourcing. Who knows the date of when Jagger posted about getting into the Tahoe Mafia? Who has a screenshot of that? I thought I had a screenshot of it, and I probably do somewhere, but I haven't been able to find it. And I'm just trying to put it into context. I think another creator was looking for that too, and I'm not sure which creator that was. Uh, anyway, if anyone knows, you can put that in the comments too. So, here we are on Monday, November 21st, and over the weekend there was another horrible shooting at a LGBTQ bar in Colorado Springs on Saturday night. 5 dead, I think 18 hospitalized. And that on the heels of the 13th, which was what, a week ago? A week prior, last Saturday night, the four stabbed in Idaho, at the University of Idaho, and on that same day, the 13th of this month, there were the three football players that were killed, shot and killed at University of Virginia, and two others that were shot and not killed. So five people shot in that UVA shooting that happened the same day as the stabbings in Idaho. I mean, this is just horrible, horrible times with all this violence. But what I want to stay focused on is what in the world happened to Kiely Rodni. And it looks like there is a distinct tie to Trinity. Trinity Backus's death too. So some of the creators that are really running down those connections are Squirrels on Fire and CNY. So I'll just refer you to them because it's hard to follow. It is hard to follow, and some of it's loose affiliations and some of it's not so loose affiliations. But to me, the biggest thing that seems to tie all this together is the marijuana growth operations that may not be legal growth operations, especially the ones happening in the Tahoe National Forest. So, this is like major, major cartel insanity. And like I've said before, this type of business, if you want to call it that, this type of crime, organized crime, is very, very similar to what you would see in that movie Scarface with Al Pacino and Michelle Pfeiffer. Very, very similar. People fail to realize that, I think, because it's marijuana. Oh, it's the happy drug. It's an herb. It's a narcotic. It's bred to be about 3,000 times stronger than pot from the 60s and 70s. It's absolutely a narcotic. I know it's legal. I mean, that is not the issue. The issue is stepping on the toes of the cartels. That's the issue. All right. So, on that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I forgot to say all of my disclaimers, huh? So, everything I say is my opinion only. Um, anything that I say can be taken out of context. So I really like to underscore that it's simply for the sake of conversation and education, potentially entertainment, and made specifically for YouTube. Also, please hit the thumbs up and like, share, subscribe if you feel so inclined. And most importantly, take very good care of yourself today. And I'll try to have a second video out later today. I miss you guys, and I'm doing good. So thanks for the people that have asked. Just dealing with some technical difficulties. I think a lot of us content creators are, and I'm just happy to be doing it. I'm really happy to be a part of the true crime community. You guys rock. So thank you. Thank you. And like I say every time, or I try to say every time if I don't forget, eat your veggies, your fruits, your produce, minimum 5 a day. It should be really like 9 for us grown-ups, right? Seriously, a lot of produce is required for us to be healthy. And then keep a good protein intake. People might not know this. I'm not trying to be like the mama, but every single time you eat anything, you should have protein. Any single time you eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack, you need to have protein to keep your glycemic index level. Some people know that. If you have diabetes, you know that. A lot of people don't know that, and it's just basic healthy nutrition. And if not protein, then something high fat will help level out your glycemic index. So just keep those things in mind. Maybe I'll explain more about that later, but we're not here for nutrition, right? We're here for true crime. We're here to get justice for Kiely, justice for Trinity, justice for people that have been victimized and can't get justice for themselves. And why? Why would their families not want to pursue the truth? What in the world? That's what is hooking us all, right? I mean, you look at the situation in Idaho, of course the families want to find out the truth there. But things that happen in Nevada County, I think the families are scared to express any dissatisfaction with law enforcement. They just go along with it. They might be I won't speculate there. I'll just leave that right where it is. Anyway, get your rest, get your exercise, get your sunshine and fresh air, get your good vibes going. And, this is the week of Thanksgiving. Bunny's got her little turkey hat, pilgrim hat. And I am just, happy to be making these tapes. I really am. So you'll keep seeing me. And we'll get back on the live soon too, but right now I'm just going to be doing the pre-recorded. So thanks again. Talk to you soon. Peace out.